Good morning, everybody. So it's about 7 a.m. here in Rochelle, Georgia again, and it's the second morning in a row that I've woken up to throw topwater lures. And today I'm actually gonna do it at my girlfriend's pond, and we're gonna do a challenge video. So the two lures that I'm gonna try to catch fish on are a little bit absurd, but I've seen videos of people doing it before and it looks pretty fun. So I went out and I got two of these crazy topwater lures, and I really want to try to catch fish on them. So the first one I already have spooled up is this rat. We're gonna see if bass will hit a topwater rat. And this one might have a little bit of good action because it has a broke back, so it might give me like a good on top of the water movement. But that is the first one. And the second one is this duck, this mallard. And this one, I was looking at it, the feet do a little bit of a circular action, so it might be kind of like a buzz bait. So this one might catch fish too, but the duck and the rat, let's see which one catches fish. Here we go, guys. Gonna throw the rat first. See if maybe we can sneak up on some of these bass and get them to bite this lure early this morning. Just kind of want to see the action on this first. Oh yeah, that broke back gives it great action. And that long tail, that has a lot better action than I thought it would. That may catch a fish. The duck may be the hardest one, but we're gonna try to catch fish on both. What I'm kind of noticing is that this rat really doesn't sit all the way on top of the water. It kind of just swims like an inch or two below. And then if you stop reeling and let it get to the top, then you have more of that top water action, but it's kind of like a little swim bait if you reel it fast enough, and it just sits about an inch or two below the water surface. Has some really good action though. I'm actually pretty surprised. Let's see if we can walk around and maybe get one and bite. Oh, guys, there it is. Come on. Oh, I wasn't even looking. On the rat, no way. First hit I've ever had on it, hooked up. Nice bass. Yes. Woo! Look at that. On the rat. Nice. The rat produced. I want you guys to look how he ate it. I want you guys to look at how weird it looks seeing a rat coming out of a bass's mouth. There it is, guys. He chomped on the rat. Here's a better look at this fish, guys. He's probably about a pound. He's a nice one though. And I mean, he blew up on that rat. I was looking towards this side of the pond, seeing where I was gonna, walk around and throw next, and I mean, he just smashed it right on shore. What it is there's a little hole that's kind of been eroded from the pond, and a lot of those fish like to hang out in those holes, and they'll come out and they'll ambush these brim and these smaller fish that they eat in here. And that's exactly what he did. He came out from right there. I mean, just smacked the rat. I already knocked out the rat lure. As absurd as it looks, it actually has very good action, and Super pumped. I mean, that bass smacked it. Let's get a release on this guy. Nice. Rat 1. Let's see if we can catch another one. So I'm back at the spot where we caught that fish, but I want to see if I can show you guys these little holes that I'm talking about. You guys see right there where my thumb's at? These little deep holes, they kind of go back this way, and they kind of seclude these fish and they can come out and ambush. There's one there, and there's another one right here, right there, and another one right there. And I'm just looking at it, and there's a bunch of little fish hanging around it. So I'm thinking maybe the current pushes these fish into these small holes, so those bass like to stack up in them and come out and just ambush them to feed. So I'm gonna give you one last look at that rat that I used. I was actually hesitant about throwing it because I didn't know if I would hook up, since it only has one treble hook and it's on the bottom. But I mean, that fish got hooked. There's that tail. They actually come with like a spare tail. I guess if this gets kind of eaten up, you can put a new one on. But I really like this lure. Really good broke back action. But now we got the one that I think is going to be a very hard challenge, and it is this duck. His baby mallard. Hopefully it gives off good action too. I really wanted to get hit, so we'll see, guys. All right, guys, we're back. I'm just gonna toss it out right here just so I can see the action on this. Ooh. You know, this reminds me of, guys? It reminds me of a whopper plopper. Kind of how the back tail on that whopper plopper spins. This actually has very good action too. It stays on top of the water more than that rat does. Huh. All right. Well, I like the action on this one as well. See if we can catch a fish. Yeah, this one right here has more sound, puts more of a wake behind it. Throws up some bubbles back behind it. Oh. This actually has some really good action. Oh gosh, big fish. No! What the heck? No! The duck just got annihilated. Oh my gosh, of course I was not looking. I was looking at Zayla's, the huskies across the pond, and she's so intrigued by this. She's just watching the bait, and I just got freaking crushed. I hope the GoPro picked that up. Right here's a shallow area, and I've never casted this way just because it's so shallow right here. So I was like, let me throw into the deeper part and just bring it this way, because I haven't done that before. Maybe present it differently to the fish, and got hammered. That was probably the 5-pounder that's in here. 4 or 5-pounder, because that was a big blow up. Huge blow up. All right, well, I'm just glad I got a strike on this. Come on, come back for it, wherever you are. That was a big fish. Dang. That might be the only freaking chance that I have with this too. Well, just went through a whole GoPro battery on this damn duck. Well guys, I've been officially fishing with this duck for over 2 hours. Did not know that it was gonna take this long. I knew it was gonna be a challenge, but fishing with that hula popper the other day gave me a lot of confidence here and with the topwater bite. And the duck is losing right now, so am I. I'm just sitting here contemplating. I only have 9 minutes left on this GoPro. And I know it was a challenge, but I really want to catch a fish on this duck. So what I'm thinking about doing is, for the rest of the time I'm here, just solely fishing this duck and sharing that catch with you guys. But the fact of the matter is, the rat was a better lure than the duck, for this pond at least. It can be different wherever you're at. I don't know, you may have a pond where your fish eat ducks. Not really sure if that's even a thing, but gonna fish with this for a little bit longer until this GoPro runs out, and maybe come here tonight. Never fished this pond at night, so who knows? Maybe that big fish that blew up on this earlier won't miss it tonight. So gonna fish for a few more minutes, and if not, hopefully we're back out here tonight or tomorrow morning catching a fish on this duck. Whew. Good morning again. It is the next morning, and I am still trying to catch a fish on the duck. Yes, yes, come on, on the duck. Oh no, he spit it, that was the big one. No, what the heck? He blew up on that duck. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. I knew he was gonna be there. That was the big one. That was the 4.5, 5 pounder that's in here. Dang it. I cannot catch a break with this duck. I've got 2 massive blow-ups on this duck. I figured big fish were only gonna hit it because it's so big. But I don't know why they're not getting hooks in their mouth. I don't know if it's the way that the hooks are set up on this duck, because the hooks are sharp. He came from like the side though and hit it. He came out from under right here and came this way and hit it. So he really didn't come from the back and get these treble hooks in his mouth. He came from like the worst angle possible. It's looking like this is where this video is coming to an end, guys. I tried and I tried and I tried to catch a fish on that duck. And I want to say I probably fished a total of 8 hours with that duck, with yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, and this morning. And I got 2 awesome blow-ups, but just kind of the way that the duck is set up, I really couldn't get any of the hooks into the mouth, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So here's the duck right here. This front hook hangs off kind of the neck area, and this back hook is right there. What I was saying is, I don't know if that extension piece does it or not, but I wish that this back hook would be between the 2 legs and kind of have more leeway and slack to actually hook into a fish instead of being right on the duck's back. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, I took the feathers off of the treble hooks because these back feathers were getting caught right here in the feet, and it wasn't allowing the feet to spin. And the other moderation that I did to it is I took the O-ring off of this right here and just hooked the line straight to the O-ring so it would stop spinning in the water like this. So all in all, I mean, it's definitely a challenge to catch a fish on this. Will the duck catch fish? Yes. I'm not saying that the duck won't catch fish, but for me in this pond, I only got good blow-ups on it, and both blow-ups were by big fish. And I figured that was gonna be the case because for something to hit something this big, it would have to be a pretty confident and big fish. So that's the duck right there. Couldn't catch a fish on it. Definitely not one of my favorite lures, but if I ever get on a good topwater bite, I'll remember to tie that on and see maybe if we can connect with the fish. And this right here is the rat. And I do think that I might be using this one a little bit more. So here's a rat, one last look at the rat. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. It has like kind of that broke back action. So in the water, it just looks like a broke back, maybe like a torpedo or a swim bait. And I like the way that this long tail kind of sways in the water. It gives the bait a nice wake in the back. And the other thing that I really like about this bait is this lip right here. So this lip lets you run it on top of the water, but if you reel it a little bit faster, it goes about an inch or two below the water, and then it really looks like a swim bait. So really cool bait. Was very hesitant about just this one treble hook and the hookup ratio, but if the fish comes from behind and pulls back on it, you're definitely gonna hook these fish. What I can say about both these baits is that they both have very sharp hooks. So that's where we're gonna leave it at today, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this challenge video. The duck versus rat video, and the rat obviously came up on top. If you guys enjoy these challenge videos, let me know in the comment section below. I had a lot of other challenges that were commented in the Barbie rod challenge that I did, and I'm getting to those, guys. Just been super busy with real estate school and traveling, trying to get everything ready for deer season. So heading back down to Florida tomorrow. So I wanted to put an official end to this rat versus duck video. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned to the Gonzo Outdoor channels. We got a lot of cool stuff coming here soon. So thanks you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.